Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. After that short break, we are going to be back with the next matchup. Obviously, we have a good one for you, don't we? We have CPNG versus the winner of the previous matchup, Mongolz. Obviously, this is going to be the semi-final matchup. The winner of this qualifies for the $50,000 LAN at November, actually, Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. So a lot of money on the line, a lot of prestige, as we were saying earlier. I'm here with Dabu. How are you doing?
Hey, man.
Hey.
I'm fine.
Good, great.
You too?
Excited for the matches?
Sorry?
Excited for the matches?
Yeah, of course.
Good.
Mongol's going to put on a really good show. Doesn't matter how good their opponents are. I think they have their stellar players anyway, and we will see quite some highlights. It could get any... I mean, the previous matchups were pretty one-sided. Mongol's putting up a show themselves, so the games were entertaining despite the decisive scorelines. But now we will find out if Mongol's can put up the same show against a better team that can really put them to the brink of a, maybe not the brink of a defeat, but at least give them a run for their money, at least a little longer. And if another team puts in a show and Mongol's put on a show, this game is going to be so amazing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the previous games were no competition for Mongolz at all. I guess you could fairly say they absolutely stomped them. So, obviously, we're going into this one with a bit of lenience towards Mongolz, thinking that maybe they're probably going to be able to clinch this one out without too much of an issue.
Yeah.
But, of course, we haven't seen CPGN or NG play today, so we don't know what they're like. Obviously, they've beaten the second-seeded... They beat... I think it was Anox, who was seeded to the second bracket already. So, I mean, that's maybe some potential, some unsparked potential that we haven't seen, of course.
That's what I meant. You know, casting a fairly unknown scene, you have to watch out what you say.
Yeah.
Because first off, you have viewers from that scene watching you. You have viewers that don't have any clue about the scene watching you as well. So you got to tread carefully. And that's why I said, maybe not so much bring them to a brink of a defeat, but give them a run for the money. And that's what I expect, really.
Yeah.
I expect Mongolz to be thoroughly tested in this one. Yeah,
and I mean, as unlikely as I guess we could argue that an upset is, it's always possible. As we, we always
best
talk about
of one.
This. Yeah, best of one format. It's going to depend on the map veto. It's going to depend on that knife round, that pistol round. You know, it can go anyway.
Yeah.
You can be the best strategized team in the world, and you can still lose to a lower team. We've seen it time and time again. I mean, even recent examples, SK, they lost to Renegades in a best of 3. They got 16-0'd.
Yeah.
I don't even care that they didn't even have their full roster and it was online. They had Showtime stepping in. This is the best team in the world. They've won 2 major championships. Individually, they are some of the best players on the whole planet, and they lost 16-0 to a... Well, Renegades, I was about to say, not a good team, but Renegades have been okay recently. So
yeah, they improved.
Yeah, so, I mean, still, shouldn't be losing 16-0. But whatever, on a bit of an offset there. We're going to be going into the veto now, obviously. If we just have a look at the screen below, there we go. So, obviously, a lot of pressure on this veto. Of course. And Mongolz, what they like to do is they like to leave Nuke till last for their last ban.
And Chipango already vetoed us too.
That's their choice. They've obviously done their research at least.
Yeah. Especially since it's the first ban.
Yeah.
An instant ban as well.
At least Cobble's gone.
Nuke's gonna follow.
Nuke will go in this ban. Watch it. Nuke will go on this ban.
Come on, ban Nuke now.
Nuke won't go through, don't worry. It's Cash and Mirage left.
They have to ban Nuke.
No, Cash and Mirage are left. Either this ban or next ban. Like it won't be picked. Oh my god, I'm scared.
But you can
hold me.
If both of them poker. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Nuke's gone. Not a surprise there. See, you can tell because they took so long. They were like, "Do we risk it going through and ban the map that we don't want out of Mirage and Cash?" Even though, if they obviously haven't done enough research. If they let Nuke through, it would have been banned anyway. So they could have picked between Mirage and Cash, but they actually let Cash go through. So I mean, if they wanted Mirage, they could have had Mirage. They could have just vetoed Nuke, and you know that. Vetoed Cash, and you know that Mongolz would have vetoed Nuke. Obviously, they don't know that. Now Mongolz have been strategizing. They've been banning Nuke last time in every single one of their matches, just so they can get the chance at least to allow the other team to veto Nuke, so they get more vetoes for themselves. It's a good strategy, and obviously they don't want to play Nuke, especially an all-aimer team. That's not a name map.
Not really.
No, whereas
not that much.
Cash is definitely more of a name map. So
Nuke is
Terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Cleared up that discussion. That's D nuke for you guys. We're just going to have a quick look at the bracket, though, obviously. See what's been happening in the world of Counter-Strike. And we can see that the other semi-finals match hasn't started. Obviously, that's going to be after this one. We're casting both of them, so that's delayed until the end of the Mongolz match, of course.
So they are going to watch us, probably.
Yeah, they will most likely tune in to see who's going to be making it to the Grand Finals in Kuala Lumpur. As you can see, November 10th to 13th, so I was right there.
Yeah, always on point.
Thank you.
Always a good date. 11th of November is quite cool. In Germany, there's a huge celebration of Carnival.
Really?
Yeah, because it's called the 5th season.
Do they do that for the 12th of December as well?
No, it's just because it's the hour of the clowns, and everyone's going insane in Cologne, especially because it's the capital of Carnival in Germany, and they meet up at the 11th of November at 11 o'clock and 11 minutes and 11 seconds if you really want to be
specific.
Yeah, and then everyone's going insane, and yeah,
lovely.
That's why it's such a cool date.
Never heard of that.
Yeah, you should you should go there.
Have you ever been?
And not to the 11th of November, but to the carnival I was. Yeah.
Okay, not too bad.
Yeah,
but,
friendly people.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of friendly people.
I don't find Germans are very friendly. You know, you, them.
They're friendly to Germans.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, not anyone else.
And you're not in the EU anymore. You don't even.
Yeah, I know. I can't be associated with you, of course.
How did you get here? Did you swim?
That's fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a boat.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, no, not a real boat. I got a rubber dinghy.
Ah, okay.
I've been paddling for a week.
Paddle.
You know,
but not too close to the shoreline, otherwise you might be caught. So you have to dive in.
You know, you kicked me out on Sunday out of the hotel. I spend the next 3 days paddling back, and I spend the next 3 days paddling back here for the next.
Next that's
day.
effective.
Yeah, so I spend a lot of day on the water. I've had a really good time.
But you had a lot of sunscreen with you, otherwise you would be burned.
Yeah, that's why I'm still white.
Yeah,
pale.
That's good. That's good. You keep the nerd white, just like me.
Yeah, of course.
It's one of the most important things to get respected as a caster and as a nerd. You have to be white, complete.
James Bardolph doesn't follow that very well, though.
Yeah, that's maybe the exception to the rule. But I mean, you have to be pale. That's what I meant.
Okay, right.
In a way that you reflect sunlight. And
all
then
right. What are we talking about? Anyway,
the vampiric white, the vampiric pale.
Let's move on. Okay, so we've had a lot to talk about today. We've done a lot of,
for example, he's pale as well.
Yeah. Okay.
He's very respected across nerds.
All right.
I'm pretty sure of it.
I'm sure he is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's jump. No, we are not gonna get the knife round yet.
Do you want to mute the sounds?
Yeah, I will. There we go.
Oh my god, we've had a bit of a cluster today. We've talked about lots of things. We've gone on tangents to lots of topics, lots of different discussions, and now we're all out because we've reached the end of the day. We're all exhausted. But let's talk about the map at least. We haven't had cash today. Thoughts?
Eco rounds are going to play a big role in my opinion, because you can pick them up rather easily on the terrace side. It's not majorly easy, but you can at least get the bomb plant all the time. If you have some kind of equipment with you and some armored players, you can even win the round, depending on how well your Tech 9 rush works. Apart from that, the CTs have quick rotations. Middle is going to be important. You have the vent room being really important as well, like checkered. And the CTs have some potential for quick aggression as well, and aggression that you don't have to commit all the way. For example, the counter boost. You can stay below the boost unseen and then go for a quick backstep into A main, for example. Or you just hang out on the boost and then go for the frags when the terrorists try to go for a middle execution, for example. So you can still drop back, though, after picking up a kill or two, and the terrorists can't reach you unless they have somebody in garage or already boosted up. And that would be kind of weird if you didn't get the kill on the guy that's boosted up, if you yourself boosted up. So there is a lot of different setups. Space for aggression. I could see Mongols go all out and just rush everywhere on all sides. So That's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah, I think also we're going to see Mongolz play how we saw them play in the previous map. They weren't sure what they were up against Monsters, so they played very passively, very safely for the first 7 rounds. And after 7 rounds, it was 7-0, and they just started rushing. And that's when it obviously went a bit haywire, a bit in their favour, and they obviously just stomped the rest of the map. So I imagine we're going to see a similar style of play. They don't know their opponents. They've never played against them, I can only imagine. So they're probably just going to take that passive CT role if they get the CT side, obviously, and then just take it bit by bit until they've got a nice lead, a nice buffer zone, so they can kind of mess around in it and not only get in the heads of the opponents, but also just try and speed up the game, because that seems to be the name of the game for Mongolz. They really like to get the games over fast. And
they want to get to bed quite late already.
Is it? What time is it? Oh, it's like 5 p.m. here, so it's quite late.
You have +8, if I'm not mistaken. Something around those lines. So it's late in the afternoon, night, evening, something around.
Morning, something like that. Yeah. I think it's +8, +7 or 8.
Probably,
them. But 7. We got told 7.
So it's exactly 10 o'clock. No.
It's 12.
Oh,
it's 5 here, isn't it? 5? Is it 5?
5 + 7 is 12.
Good job.
I was 5, and then was at 15. And then I thought 15 + 7 is 22.
Good job. Has anyone got a dunce cap to put on his head? But yeah, I mean, what was I going to say about Cash? Obviously, you have a lot of potential for at least taking, as you said, the 4 spies. Very good. We typically see Envious, or at least old Envious, not new Envious, being very effective with that. They obviously just go for the Tech 9 buys quite a lot, and they get the armor with it, and they just rush straight into A main. They do the smoke setup. They do 2 mollies over the site, 1 towards quad, 1 towards default. They get the smoke down on the car, and then they just push straight in. They have 1 player wrapping around forklift to kill the forklift player. They have a couple over towards default, and then they go for the boost with an M4 after they picked it up over towards the back of the quad and just hold fire after plants. That's a very typical 4 spy take. And Mongolz, I mean, we saw in the previous map, were 4 spying quite a lot, even in situations where they didn't really need to. They could have just ecoed out 1 and then bought in the next round. But, I mean, I can imagine that's going to be a factor that CPNG have got to take into account, because I can imagine there's going to be a lot of 4 spies and rushing of A at least on this map.
Yeah, and the other thing is that you can use an AWP quite effectively. And that's something that Mongolz have done with Silkenberg, actually pushing with the AWP.
Quite a lot.
Yeah, as I made a little joke, he tried to reach the T-spawn almost every round on this too, with the AWP in hand. And if he goes into that beast mode, that non-respect mode, I could see Silkenberg wrap around the B bomb side and then go for the backstab on the A attackers. There's insane stuff happening with Mongolz on the server, so that's going to be interesting to see how Silkenberg gets into the game, how he gets into the game. And of course, we haven't seen Chimpangu yet, if I pronounce it correctly. And Chipangu, or Sipangu. And they might have an equivalent to Silkenberg on the AWP. So this is going to be a ferocious exchange as well.
Yeah, I'm sure. And also, we were talking about this earlier. The new jumping technique, or I guess bug, I guess you could say. It is a bug. It'll get
definitely
patched.
Bug.
Where you're able to jump, almost double your height that you previously could. Do you think that'll come into play in Cash a lot? Because obviously you can boost yourself in checkers.
Yeah.
I see a lot of potential strategies for that. You could not only get fast rotations through middle, instead of having to flank round on B, if a B rush comes in, you want to get into a safer position, you can boost yourself into vents, stuff like that. Lots of different options. Do you think that will be shown off in this match, or do you think they're going to stay away from that?
For sure. We're going to see that 100%. I mean, especially that vent boost allows you to rotate around middle so quickly, and you can keep 1 player in B. And usually if you have 1 player in B and the rest has trouble defending A or middle, this guy has to rotate around our spawn. So he's going to be late, no matter what. Yeah, he can't come around middle and then highway. But now he can boost himself up into the vents, go through middle. He can even backstep into garage and then go back into A main. So he's got 3 different routes to rotate now, which makes him way stronger and way more effective at supporting his teammates in case A gets hit and he's alone at B. He can still make a rotation through middle. And
also, I mean, it can affect the setups, at least the typical setups, or one of the less common setups, but still is used at least in cash or the CT side is the 1-3-1 or the 2-2-1. So you either have, if you're going for the one player B, this is either done the 2-2-1 or the 1-3-1.
Yeah.
And you only have a solo player on B, you're usually going to have a vent support player. So not only can he control middle as well with the support from highway, or maybe if you have the 3 mid, you have the Z, the highway, and the vents, or if you have the 2-2-1, obviously you have the highway and the vents, or even the Z and the vents, depending on your setup. If you have this vents player, what you do usually as a CT is you'll smoke mid and you'll push up aggressively and then get into vents. But now you have the potential of doing the other way around, because usually we used to see, when cash was starting to be played quite a lot, people run into checkers and boost through checkers. And the only issue with that is if the Ts were going for a fast B rush, you would have these 2 players in checkers, no site control, no CT control, and they kill you in checkers, they Molotov you out, and they just rush straight onto the site and have complete control. And so typically CTs don't like to boost up in checkers, in vents, in the beginning of the round.
Yeah.
So they'll go for the mid split instead. But now you can actually obviously solo boost up into there and still have a defender on B, and he doesn't even have to break the vents over towards middle, so they're going to think it's empty a lot of the time, and that could be a real surprise tactic that I think we might see come into play. Maybe not in this match, but maybe in upcoming matches before this glitch gets patched out, because obviously...
I hope it gets patched before that happens.
Yeah, that's true, but this is Valve. I wouldn't get your hopes up.
Yeah.
We'll see what will happen anyway.
Hope dies last or something like that, right?
Yeah. But we will be going into the 9th round, guys. So obviously this is going to be the second last best of one of the night. This is the... Oh, I choked it. East Asian region playoffs. I'm here with Dabu. And get into the 9th round. Let's take it away.
There we go. 9th round on cash is actually more important than on Dust 2, that's for sure. At the same time, there is still an argument about if cash is T-sided or CT-sided. Statistically, it's more or less a 50-50 map, but a lot of teams feel like the T-side allows you to go for more creative playing styles. Other teams like to play a more passive style, and that's why they like to start on the CT side. We will find out what Mongolz, they want to stay on this, or they want to switch to the CT side and stay a little more passive.
That's a bit of a change-up, because they wanted to go for this T side.
Yeah,
in previous maps.
It would have suited them quite well.
Yeah, and actually going for the CT side shows they may have a bit more respect for their opponents, knowing they may be up against a little more of a fight. So it'll be interesting to see how this one plays out.
So we have standard buy on the T side. Oh, no, not yet.
This is interesting. Shoshi is playing for Chipangu instead of Detonator. I didn't know he'd moved. I just thought he got.
Or is that maybe a fake nick? I can't check.
No, that's Shoshi on the T side. He was an ex-Detonator player, the Japanese team, and that's why he's on here. That's interesting. I didn't know that. But maybe they're a better team. I haven't seen this team before. That's an issue.
Yeah, but by the way, Mongols approach that pistol round. You can tell they have really a lot of respect to Chipangu. Now Tsugu with 1 kill only gets raided by Shirley, and the terrorists wanna sweep into the A-bomb site, but it's only 1 guy in there. The Mongols were fooled. And terrorists actually made their way into B, and there is Silkenberg. The first one goes down, the bomb tumbles and falls, and he picks up another frag. It's a 1v4 already, and he has no reason to hold back. Look at how casually he just steps in there and picks off Sushi. Wow. I mean, if it wasn't for Silkenberg, that round could have been lost for the CTs, but he pulled it back. What a hold.
Yeah, such an effortless play for him as well. Taking that first round for Mongols, of course, and wow, this is a nice switch up. We got a P90 on NCL, and of course a couple of SMGs and some rifles as well to support. We do see the M4 and Zilkenberg after that 3k, and we will see Sipangu on the Tet 9, forced by, they got a Deagle as well and a P250 on Shoshi, so he can at least pick up a little bit of utility here on this T side, and Shirley's also going to be taking a smoke, so maybe hindering towards an A tape. They've got a bit of mid control as well on this boost, or not control, but they've got a bit of mid presence at least, and Zodiacs can just drop straight off. It seems like they will be committing at least to the A site now with all their players there. The squeaky door covered as well, so definitely nothing uncommon here for the second round after losing the pistol. And we will see this full rush come out. No flashes, and Delvin, he's going to turn around right into the spray, walks into it, 3 kills in the bag, pulls out the pistol. He may be going for the ace, and he lands it as well. What a phenomenal play from him. Absolutely effortless. And Mongols, they're going to take a 2-0 scoreline.
And this was one of the 4 spy rounds we mentioned usually being dangerous, and it should have been dangerous as well, but nobody checks his position. they were occupied at first, and then the remaining two players were looking at him, but he was just too strong with his aim as well. Mongolz are already rolling with the 2-0. He has farmed up some money and dropped his UMP for his teammate. The MP9 is now picked up by Dobu. And CPNG is trying to plant the bomb in this round, but yeah, chances are they are only getting one frag, and then they will probably not even reach the bomb site itself.
Yeah, and Kelly over in Vent's going to be able to pick up that first kill to Zodiac there. I'm not sure which side he came in from, but only the other side's broken, so he did come in through mid. There's no self-boosting here, but Zilkenberg flash coves in. He's going to go for that peek and lands 2 kills as well. Fairly easy anti-eco cleanup here, and you can just see NCL's not even invested into this round. He's just got himself a pistol because that's all he really needs. They're going to clear all the angles required, and that's going to be the round. Secured, barely losing any health there, and Mongolz 3-0. Now we see the buy coming out from CPNG.
Yeah, Mongolz is already pushing out, and they are in the mood. They are just having so much momentum from the previous games. It might come back to haunt them. Let's see what what this rifle round holds up for us. And the terrorists will start towards the A bomb site, and it looks like they are going to set up an execution straight away.
Yeah, all setting up their smokes. They've got no aim control. That's the issue. If you're going for this kind of smoke take, you need aim control, because otherwise they're going to have to clear this close right angle, and they're going to have to be wary of who's in aim. You can see they're flashing in, and there's already a Mongolz player boosted deep in, but he knows the smoke's coming, so he can't continue with this aggression. He has to back off, because there is going to be a full commitment towards A, and Char is going to turn around as one of the Mongolz players sneaks his way over in middle. That's going to be Cabby here with the M4. And this A push, it's come completely nowhere. Shoshi and Shirley both going to be grabbing first kills, though, and Cabby finally going to be returning, and finally the A push is underway, but the smokes have already gone here, and Shirley, he's just going to be entering things up, gets 3 kills almost. Yep, there's 3, and Cabby's going to be alone in middle. Has to clutch out of 1 versus 4. Does spot out Shoshi though, going to get the headshot, and now bombs down, but he doesn't even realise it's over towards B. He's still not worked this one out. CPNG have faked this absolutely perfectly.
Yeah, that was such a sick fake, especially since they came up with that quite late in the round. The bomb made its way over to B rather late in the round, and they picked up the kill on the B bomb site without any problems. At the same time, Shirley got really big on A. Those headshots were quite nice to see. CPNG with the first one, and it looked quite well planned out in the end. So the coordination was right. Everyone hit his shots, and the CTs with no control. Now they're trying to do that and change that with that boost.
Oh, but the counter boost in mid as well. NCL is going to be up close and personal, bringing the fight to them with just the CZ75, and they haven't cleared it just yet. CODX managed to boost himself on top of that red box, and now we will be seeing a bit of mid aggression. NCL, he may be able to catch out a few players here as he jumps over the top, does go for the spray, lands the first shot, but he's going to have to reload, and that's where he goes down there over in middle as we see the control come out from CPNG. But finally, we're going to see Sogo go pretty massive over towards the highway area, drops 2 players and puts it back into a 2v3, favouring Mongolz.
Who else but Sogo to step up in a situation like that and turn the 4v3 into 3v2? And now he's already rotated, but he gets killed by Creamer. Zilkenberg with a reply onto Char, so the terrorists have to rotate back towards B, or the terrorist, rather, because he's alone with a bomb on his back, and the Mongols are taking advantage positions here. Dobu in A main should be able to ambush Creamer, but the terrorist is making his way through highway into A, possibly even into B.
No, he's going to be pushing up mid instead, and there's not enough time to go for the rotation now. He has to commit towards his site as he pushes in slowly but surely. He has to check all these angles. So, of course, as soon as the bomb goes down, if it's in an open position, we can see Dubin just stop it. So he needs to go for the safe plan. But instead, he's going to be clearing in towards main. It's going to be perfect. Catches out Dubin, gets that kill. And now it's a 1 versus 1. 10 seconds left. He will have time to commit to this bomb plant. You can see Zilkenberg going to be rotating from the car area. And he does throw down the smoke as well. He just has to bide his time and hold back as the flash goes in. He may just go for this peek. But, oh, he's full white now. Waiting for the right time. Now, there we go, there's the peak. Creamer takes both of them, and that is going to be the clutch coming out for CPNG.
Nice job there. He also saves the AWP, but that clutch was so important and it wasn't easy to play. Checking the A bomb site as thoroughly as he did, and then he actually oversaw the CT at first and then turned back again, or redirected his crosshair towards the CT. It really scared the hell out of him.
Yeah. But scaring the hell out of someone else now. He's just going to be holding as these Mongols players push in. Not actually taking the fight, but there we go. There's the fight. Zogo finds the 1 dig. That's going to work, definitely. And it's going to be the man advantage here for the Mongols. But definitely not the weapon advantage. We do see CPNG on that. Severe rifles, sorry. Char just going to be holding up over towards the door. Not able to land anything just yet.
Yeah, maybe time to start going B and getting some more map control over there, because you see 2 players pushed up on Squeaky Door. That means, well, at least 2 are there. 1 is probably still in middle. That leaves maximum 2 players at B. And with the rifles, you should be able to overwhelm that, well, maximum 2 players. And then you should be able to plant the bomb as well. And the others don't have any equipment to retake with. So it would have been a good idea, and it seems like it's a overall plan to take mid control first and then probe into A and B at the same time.
That's a really good peek from Zuckerberg. Actually peeks out just as the Molotov comes in, so right before Charles expecting it, when the nade's still just leaving his hand there. So nice pick at least, and another man advantage here. They may follow it up with a bit more. Darwin does a lot of damage, but meanwhile KB, he's found himself a rifle, going to be dropping Zodiac. And Shoshi does trade things out, but these 2 players are very low health, and these pistols are going to be perfect at isolating the frags and actually taking the round for them. But Shoshi comes back in with a kill. Sogo drops him, and the bomb's going to be committed here. Shirley just wants to get that plant down. Sogo waiting for the peek, and he's going to be able to land it. What a round from the Mongols, almost a full eco, barely any investment, just P250s and Eagles, and they will manage to take that round in style. 4-2 here.
It shouldn't have happened. I understand if you lose a round to a Tech 9 armor buy on the CT side, or if you lose to Deagle armors on the T side. I understand that. But if it's as weak as that one, you need to be able to handle the situation accordingly. Just trade yourself into the bomb site. And they lost way too many men before they even reached it. So they got punished rightfully, in my opinion. The Mongols pulling away, 2 round difference now. And the terrorists with a force by Tech 9, AK, UMP, and a P250.
You name it. He's got the bag. And Sogo going to be opening things up here. We're taking down one of the players. It's going to be Zodiac just straight out of the server here for CPNG. They will instead be putting all their eggs in one basket and heading over towards the B site. They've got most of their players here already. Char going to be joining lastly, and the bomb as well. So going to be actually committing towards this B site here as we do see the push come into play. Only 1 lone defender, that is going to be Zuckerberg, but he has the AWP and he's still a threat.
Yeah, and the terrorists are scared for now. He just fired off his first shot. They know the AWP is over there, so we better set ourselves up correctly and flash and smoke ourselves into the bomb site. That allows the Mongols to go for the rotation, and the terrorists should go there in a sec. Oh, nice frag by Char, but Zuckerberg with a double reply. And
what even happened? Every round we see a site take from CPNG or anyone against the Mongols. It's like there's a kill. Oh, and there's everyone else all in 1 second. 3 kills. Like Mongols just dispatching of CPNG in literally 3 or 4 seconds.
Yeah.
How do you have that much consistency to every single round? You can't even cast it because they're all dead within a mere second.
Yeah, there is no real. But now they could do this and that. No, they run into the bomb site and they're all dead. So there is no option anymore.
Not many other teams can do that here. And I don't know if it's just because they're up against worse teams or they're just absolutely nuts. And I'm thinking it's the latter because right now Mongols, again, another round. They don't even receive 1 point of damage there. And that's going to be 6-2 in just a second. We were just talking about it and it's already over.
Yeah.
What happened? The last round was only 5 seconds ago.
Yeah, that's how you speed up a game.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's what they did on Dust 2 as well. Now they're getting into the mood of starting to push, I believe. But they have to hold back a little bit. Just a few more rounds. Give them 8-2 and they would probably start escalating again.
Yeah, there's already some aggression over towards B. We see the AWP on Zuckerberg. He's got to be pushed all the way up and towards the B main area. Getting a bit of information from there, just probing for it. And the T's just holding for the counter boost from the CTs. And they will be giving it to them, but whether they actually commit to the peak, I'm not too sure yet. It's just NCL again just sitting up there waiting, and this is such patience, knowing that he could be given a free kill here, but no one's going to be taking the fight from either side, so he's just waiting for it. And if he actually goes to this peak, it's going to be pretty massive performance from him indeed.
Oh, the terrorists are getting closer. Creamer is there with his AWP. An old school skin, by the way. And Char with the first one, but the Mongols hold tight on middle. The Incinerate separated the terrorists from each other, but they kept it equal. A 3v3. They have to go back for the bomb, though. Zodiac is going to get it. And now they can start going for B again. They have 2 players in the vents already, and they just, all of them are sneaking and squeezing themselves through it. And look at the position of Silkenberg. He's shooting them from outside the bomb site. Gets replied on by Creamer, though. And that leaves Dobu and NCL up against Zodiacs and Creamer.
Yeah, spam coming through doesn't quite connect the kill, and Creamer is still going to be alive over in Checkers there. Flash is going in, still a lot of utility left on NCL, so he's able to Molotov out Creamer from that position, but the damage has been done with the M4, and there we go, he's going to finish things off. Nice teamwork there with Zodiac. He's left alive alone, and NCL takes him down. He had to go for that peak, really. He wanted to turn it into a 1-on-2, because if he just fought 2 players as they pushed in close towards him, he's going to be dead. So another round to Mongols as they take a 7-2 scoreline here. One off that 8-2 that you were hoping for.
Yeah. Now the loser bonus is going to get a little bigger. 4 rounds, that's 2,900. It's just below the threshold of a buy round, so I'd say after the next rifle round. So the 8-2 was a bad call for me. Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, but they're gonna, if they lose, they get even more money, so they get 3,400. That allows them to go for a good buy, even though Creamer wouldn't have enough money. But he's got an AK now, so his time to shine on the terrorist side. Everyone's gathered on the B side with Silkenberg alone over there.
Well, I mean, he's been a massive performer already in this game. Just having a look at his score, he is 12-3. Wow.
And he hits another one.
Yeah, peeks out, gets that shot onto Char. Molotov comes in, he's going to peek through it. Still takes a second. He's still lying in the Molotov there, and they finally clear out those positions, but still, he's done his damage, and it's 3-on-3 now as a bomb. It makes its way towards the site, and these guns are a bit undervalued here from the T side. They've got still a couple of pistols. They need to grab this AWP on Silkenberg, and you can see Zodiac will do exactly that. It's a 3 versus 3 now on the retake. It's going to be on here. They're just trying to find the right angles to get that first initial kill. But the hold from Shirley, just with the Tech 9, going to be able to AD with it really easy. Running and shooting, takes that first kill to Cabby as well. And now these 2 players just going to be flashing themselves through the smoke and committing to it, it seems. They might. Seems like they still want to go for it here, pushing right in. There we go. Sogo grabs one, his teammate falls, but he's still going to be able to follow up with a second. Goes for the third as well, has a Molotov for this, but the bomb's going to be planted here. Creamer can go for that peek, and he will land it as well. Very key round from him, and Mongols very close to actually picking that round, but either way, the bomb timer would have been against him.
Yeah, Tsugu had to defuse the bomb right away. The Incinerate was meant to be in the doorway, but even then the terrorist could have ran around and peeked him from the checkered entrance.
Even shot him through it.
Yeah. And the bomb was planted in the open. That was the key thing. If they had planted behind those boxes, it could have been a little hairy, but well handled by CPNG. They have a chance to reset the CT's economy a little more, but Kavi gets the first one onto Shirley.
Yeah, return fire as well, but it's still going to go in the favour here of these CTs. Oh, sorry, the T's, sorry, as they finally pick up more frags. Charles going to be taking down Sogo, and look at this peak in mid NCL. He has a really good position to do some damage at least, and he's going to be right and ready over in towards Connector. If he actually commits to this mid fight, he could come into some serious damage here, because there are 3 players right and ready just waiting for him. CPNG just waiting for the aggression from Mongols.
But both teams are waiting for each other to make the first mistake. Creamer gets killed, or almost killed. To 5 HP he goes, and CL with a frag onto Zodiacs. And now CPNG is lagging it to the B bomb site. The bomb is on the roof. They have to pick it up, and the CTs expect them to go for B already.
Yeah, running right back round. It seems that they will be committing to this B site here, but 2 players will reside in that area, so it's not going to be the correct call. I love it. Mongols just stacking over towards B, aware that the bomb's dropped in that position, and knowing that, hey guys, chances are they are going to commit to the B site, so let's just put 2 players over here and not get aggressive. And it seems to be working out well. Zuckerberg going to be smoked out of position there. Molotov goes in, but his teammate goes down on the site, and now suddenly this is a very different story. But look at it, the Molotov does the damage, also follows up onto Char, not going to quite find the kill though, and he just jumps over, not committing to this peak, but still, Char has to commit to the bomb plant. 10 seconds left, so it will go down, but the retake, it should be fairly simple for Mongols as long as they take this one together. Oh, bit early, bit of a preemptive push from Silkenberg. Will get taken down. The follow-up as well, but nope, Doofen takes him down.
Ooh, that was very, very close. Well played by Char, picking up 2 frags in a 1v3 situation and planting the bomb as well. That was actually the bigger part. Or it wasn't necessarily a 1v3, it was a 2v3 and then his teammate got burned while he picked up the kill to make it a 1v2, so kind of a mixture.
Yeah. Now we will see the force from CPNG. This is a bit crazy. I'm not sure if I agree with this one. One more eco and they should be on the buy. Wait, their economy. Oh, actually, no, they haven't got the loss bonus. I understand that the double eco would come in anyway. The force buy makes more sense now, and they are just going to charge into A. Maybe the force buy will be a bit more beneficial than expected here. Dubin is still going to be doing damage, but Creamer finally trades him out. 3 versus 4, but also damage onto Zodiac and Cabby there.
No backstab coming in from Mongolz, so the Terrors could make this another round. And they have that boost you talked about already, but Silkenberg has a bullet with his name on it. It's Shirley. Oh, Char with a jumping shot. And Cream behind the bomb. Now he's stepping up. Nice double spray by Cream, and Zodiac closes out Silkenberg with a Tech 9. 8-4. CPNG are not giving up, and the CT's money is doing exactly that.
Yeah, and they will be able to buy from it. So obviously an effective force buy going in their favour there. And Mongolz, they will be on the eco, losing a couple in a row, going back and forth very recently with the economy, and obviously having all these upset rounds where they go back and forth means that they're not going to have any rifles saved. So obviously their money's going to be extremely low, having to rebuy all of those, costing, you know, 5-6k for a full buy here. So bit of aggression with these pistols we will see, and already Zirkenberg got to be spotting out the first, but not able to connect the shot.
And it could have been a magic start to an eco round upset. The Deagle's so dangerous in those positions that the CTs realize the Terrorists probably want to wrap around them from the backside, and Silkenberg changes his angle. Doesn't connect to that shot. The Terrorists in full control of middle. They also have Char inside the vents, so he can keep the CTs from getting cheeky and trying to backstab the Terrorists in middle. It seems like CPNG is going for B anyway. A little bit of a traffic jam going on in the vents. The CTs have 2 players over there. One of them is taken down already, and the Terrorists in full execute.
Smoke goes down towards the CT spawn, but they still haven't cleared out the back of the site. There's still one player playing very passively, and that's going to be Dubin. Oh my god, he's playing this so well. Oh, he's an upper. Sorry, I'm getting confused here. They've killed the backside player.
That was NCL, yeah. He only had a
I thought
USP.
Dubin was hiding on the back of the site in the smoke on the site, but I got mistaken. Okay, that works.
He does well anyway.
Yeah.
You're spoiling us already.
Clearly. But the round will be going to CPNG if you are visually impaired or not able to understand that a CZ can't retake anymore. In the old CZ it definitely could, but not anymore.
With 30 bullets in the clip. Now, how many did it have at the start? Did it all? Yeah, it always had 12, right?
Yeah,
I can't even remember
it had more reserve
anymore.
ammo, didn't it?
Yeah, it had way more ammo in reserve, and the reload was faster, and you could switch to it
and
so quickly.
Time. Yeah,
yeah.
It was literally like, dude, like a BT-50, like faster.
Yeah, it's like there already.
I loved that gun so much. I was like so upset when it got nerfed because that's all I bought.
It's all you can.
Yeah. It's such a good gun.
That's why I played the R8.
That was great for the first day of release, and they got boring because they patched it.
Yeah. That's also the only time I played it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same. Did you hear the leagues that were on at the time? People made like gentlemen's deals not to use those guns.
Yeah, that's what I meant with the overtime and don't use auto skills.
Oh yeah, yeah, true. But it wasn't a rule; it was just a gentleman's agreement.
Yeah.
Which was fairer. People used to do that in matchmaking games. We did it in Pugs a lot when the org got that buff, and it was really good for a day or a week or so. And we'd be on the CT side and we say, let's make a deal. No one use org, and they said yeah. And then so they wouldn't use org, the whole CT side, and then we'd switch and we'd use org. We were horrible. It was a couple of years ago.
Very immature.
Yeah. But the round here going to CPNG, it's going to be an 8-6 scoreline, and the last round of the first half coming into play, but the money on Mongolz clearly not good enough for a full buy. They've got a bit of investment, maybe some SMGs and some shotguns, or maybe just pistols across the board, I can imagine, with the kind of money they're dealing with. They do have a UMP. They have 4 pistols, though. And obviously the full buy coming out on CPNG. They've really brought this one back in the last few rounds, actually picking up 4 of the last 5. So, not too bad from the Japanese.
So Dowu wants to go get some information on A main. At the same time, he's got the right gun. With Tsogu distracting the terrorists, they could have picked up 2 very quick frags, but now Dowu is taking over. And Tsogu is going for squeaky cover. And the terrorists are still scrambling around on the outside of middle in the garage and on the sides of it. Dowu gets a little impatient. He pushes through the smoke, gets more information, and terrorists don't know that he's there. But he knows where the terrorists are, and that is so important for the CTs. Now he catches one off guard, but gets traded instantly by Creamer. Such an important frag. The terrorists instantly turn back, but now it seems like there's some kind of discussion going on, because they didn't go for the A rotation. They turned back towards B.
Yeah, it's such unlucky timing for the player that he picked. Shirley was actually holding the angle and then turned around and got taken down. At least the trade came in though, so it's still going to favour CPNG. We do have the Deagle on the B site as well, which could be dangerous here as we see the bomb start to make its way. But we've got one lurker that's going to be Creamer over towards the A site, and now a potential push is Sogo. He's going to be alone over towards the B. The flash comes in, the smoke as well to ward off his position. He's just going to have to hold down alone. Nice Deag though. We'll drop that first player, Char, going down, and it is a 3 versus 3. So they do have to worry about this lurk player. Creamer will be joining the team over towards B as we see more damage done. And suddenly this is looking like a more realistic round here for the Mongols. Bomb going to go down though for the T side, and you can see it's a B main plant. They can easily hold off here, and we will see Creamer going to be just sitting in B main holding for that defuse of course. And Zodiac's making his way around the side, just messing with the minds of NCL, and we'll finally get that kill. 8-7 there. Good scoreline from both teams, and not the whitewash we were seeing earlier.
Definitely not. I think Mongols are in for quite a run here. CPNG did very well on the T side. Had a slow start, but then they found a way to break the CT's equipment and economy. And Cabby actually had a very good idea in this last round. He knew while he's planting a bomb, his teammate is probably covering one of the entrances. But if I'm quick enough, I could get there and kill the bomb planter right away to make it a 1v1 for my teammate if I get traded, or even a 1v2 in our team's favor. But, well, that was the bomb planter was way too quick there. And that was just well handled by the terrorists.
Seemed to be true. And off into the second pistol round, we see Mongols picking up a double nade buy. They've got the armor as well to work with, and a similar buy on the CT side. They've got the 1 nade buy, they've got the 1 kit buy, and they've got 3 armors. So not the most typical buy, at least on this CT side. Usually you see 1 kit buy on cash. Depends on your setup, obviously. If you're playing for retake as well, you're going to see that. And of course we will see this vent push come in, and look at this, they made it all the way up towards mid and vent without any CT assistance here. And look, already Zodiac going straight down over towards the B site. Shoshi going to be trying to tag through the smoke, not going to be able to land too much here as Mongols just crossed without a death yet on towards the B site, being able to get this bomb plant down. So he's going down. Nice shot from Shoshi. That's going to be his latest frag movie here as we see a 4 versus 4 coming in for the retake. Shoshi, he will follow up with another kill. That's NCL going down here, and 2 of the players of the CT side are extremely low, so it's suddenly going to be more durable here for the Mongols as they just hold down. And there, we've been talking about this. Zickenberg, just 3 kills in just a mere second, just out of nowhere.
And checked out with 4 in the round. Now he's on 21 kills in 16 rounds. What the hell is going on with this guy?
Absolutely crazy, this guy.
Not even Tsogu can keep up.
No, and that's saying something.
Yeah. It's a really important round for Mongols as well. They were about to lose control over the game. Now they're back in the driving seat. They have to hold on to that for the next 2 rounds at least. And CPNG is not going for any real stacks or any traps. They have Shirley close by on middle and 3 players defending A. The terrorists should check those corners thoroughly. Zickenberg opening up, getting the 2nd kill already. That's NCL onto Char in a 2v5. Cabby is taking care of the backside, so no trouble for the terrorists. Zodiac picks up 1, but that's all he can do.
10-7 here, and they will be securing double digits here in this map. CPNG going to have to be going onto this eco, so no investment from them, I can only imagine. And then obviously the buy round coming up after that. So This should be a fairly clear-cut round once again, as the investment is going to be extremely low, $500 across the board. Got the Flash on Zodiac, we got the P250 on Char, and obviously they're keeping this SMG going into this round, or the SMGs on the Mongol side. And that's going to be the round. Sorted.
What a firing base by the terrorists. The CTs ran straight into them. I thought, well, 5 players might give him some more kills, but only 1 for the CTs in this one, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And if you consider 5 players running at the terrorists and only 1 kill for the CTs, they didn't have too much time to get their shots on target. Now we will find out if CPNG can claw their way back in the CT side with the first rifle round.
Of course, they do have a bit of an advantage. Obviously, we're going to see the AWP on Shoshi already coming into play over towards middle. He's going to be dropping NCL. And obviously, no AWP on the Mongol side. And they're down on a Galil on one of the players too. So, not the best buy in the world. But entries over towards B. We see Zilkenberg trade out that kill from Zodiac. And now we are going to see the site control in the favour of the Mongols. But the only issue is they are down a man here. And the AWP could be going massive again. Does get the wallbang shot. Oh my god, he takes a kill as well. Shoshi, the accuracy there to drop Zilkenberg. And Dilben is going to be alive on the site, but completely alone as they start to push right in towards his position. Holds off, is able to secure the first 2 headshots, but he's also got 2 more to deal with in Shirley. It's just going to be sitting there enough waiting for that peak, and there's the peak. Comes in with the kill, and that'll be the round. CPNG 8-11.
Very patient by Shirley to keep his upper position, to control the bomb site itself and let his teammates do the work and get close in. Otherwise, if he had tried to push him too, it could have gone down the wire even further. And money is an issue for the CTs on any map, and you want to bring as many rifles to the next round. A 1v1 could have hurt CPNG. You can see already 1 FAMAS in the rows, and that's with 2 players staying alive. If they had only 1 player get to the next round, their economy would have been even worse. The Mongols on the other side have enough money to buy at least this time around, and the next round might be a forced buy for them as well, especially if they plant the bomb. So CPNG needs to overcome quite a stretch of rounds here.
Definitely true here. And obviously, it could go either way, because all you're going to need is a good rifle win or 2, and then you're going to be facing some ecos to allow you to take at least a couple of points ahead. So, of course, it's not over for either team, but it is getting very close to being. Mongols are clearly treating this lot with a lot more respect than their previous opponents. Not getting super aggressive here on this T side, just taking things slow and strategic, because they don't want to give away this round. Of course, CPNG aren't going to be throwing away rounds like we did see the other teams do in earlier stages of this event, and now we are going to see the mid-control Mongols pushing all their players up. They've got a lot of control over towards here and a lack of CT control as well, but that's going to mean a lot of their utility is at least premised over towards mid, but it's not going to be the best place to throw them, because there's no one defending. And now the B-site entry is going to come into play. They're splitting through vents. There's 3 players to deal with. First goes down the site. There's still 1 more bait player, and that's going to be Zodiac. They walk right into him. He takes down 1, but he's going to get traded out, and there we go. That's got to be the round, surely, as a 4v2 will emerge.
And the CTs are not in a position to retake. They have 2 flashes and a Molotov on Char, but Shirley has been smoked off. He's not going to see anyone there, and he quickly realizes that it's time to back away. He brings an AK to the next round. It's never bad to have a 1-shot headshot machine. And Char needs to stay hidden away as well as possible, while Shirley is just running for his life, trying to help his teammates save his equipment. And Mongols winning this really important round, getting themselves up to 12. And it's the last game in this bracket, so the winner will go to Kuala Lumpur.
Definitely so. A lot of pressure on the line here in Mongols. They are so close. Only 4 more rounds from securing their LAN final spot.
And they are one of the big favorites here, the biggest one. CPNG did quite well on the T side, so I'm not going to write them off yet, but the 12 rounds is such a scary scoreline. You can see the CTs put everything they can on the line already, trying to keep the terrorists from getting to a 13. Then it works out quite well. Char and Creamer with the frags. It's a 5v3. Even though the Creamer is down to 4, at least he's alive. So the terrorists have to worry about a different angle, or an additional angle at least.
Yeah, and that is going to put a lot of negativity towards the Mongols, because they've got to be scared out of this one. They've got to be a little bit anxious, because they aren't up against much brought up from this CPNG side, but they still managed to secure themselves a couple of rifles, meaning that this is suddenly a lot more dangerous here. And of course they will still be committing to the A side, it looks like. They've got a bit of squeaky control, a bit of mid control, and obviously this one player towards the back of A main with the bomb. So potential to push in towards A here, and they could split in through highway. We do have Zickenberg just dropping the smoke over the molly over in vent. Now we are going to see the A commitment here. Mongols, they have 2 players ready. One coming out squeaky as well. Creamer's on the site. He's extremely low, so potential to take down him with CPNG. They are going to be kicking it off with 1 kill. Char takes down the first. Traded out though, and Creamer, he needs to be dispatched on, but no! 4 HP in the dream and a P2000, or 5-7, sorry. Getting the kill onto one of the players. Does get traded out, but it's still going to be a 1 versus 3 as we see a deep side push going in the favour of CPNG as they hold it down very well here.
That early aggression by the CTs with the 2 frags unreplied of. And the terrorists, yeah, that kind of small A split with 2 players from main and 1 from squeaky could have worked out. But if you can't kill a guy with how much, 4 or 2 HP, something around those lines, it's gonna hurt you and it's gonna cost you rounds. Creamer's position was well reinforced with teammates as well, but still, the Mongols, we are used other stuff from them.
Definitely so. And a default going to be set up from Mongols here. They're just holding for a bit of aggression, trying to get themselves basically a foot in the door and a pick at least onto a site of their choice, so they can later converge onto a full site with a man advantage. But CPNG are anything but willing to give away an early kill here to these terrorists.
Yeah, they know what happened to them, or what happened to Mongols in the previous round, so they want to prevent that from happening to themselves.
Look at this off angle from Char though. This is so cool.
Yeah. If you run around that corner, you check forklift, and wait, I will bring it up again. At the same time, Creamer is standing on the lights. You would check the forklift if you come around that corner, so Char would surprise you quite a bit.
Yeah, but here comes the mid-aggression here from Mongols. They're going to be putting a bit of pressure on the CPNG players. And you can see Shoshi towards the back of Checkers there. He's going to be able to spot out 2, takes both headshots, goes for the 3rd as well. Lots of damage, but not quite getting the kill. The reload comes in though, but he needs to move before they at least converge on his position. They will finally do so, and that's going to be the refrag coming out, and the double refrag as Mongols, they put it back into a 3-on-3 here as they take control of the site. We have Char over and upper, but no site control, meaning that this bomb can go down because there's only 10 seconds left, and the B main control as well from 2 players means that maybe this afterplant is going to be in the bag here for the Mongols. They only have to hold it off and just play the defuse game.
Yeah, the terrorists have a good crossfire. But Char with the first one onto Cabby. Zickenberg with the only reply. There goes the second. A 1v1. Shirley's pushing him. He knows he's on the red side. But Zickenberg, he's playing it cool for now. Shirley's pushing him though. Zickenberg does not get the headshot. But how far? Yeah, he's going to get that
No
defuse.
need to peek though. All these peeks coming out from these Ts. So unnecessary. Could have held back there, but...
Yeah, I understand maybe the first 2 guys peeking because of the crossfire and then trying to intercept the CTs before they get into the bomb site, but you're completely right. I mean, if you peek, you need to hit the shots.
Yeah.
Ironically, the 2 guys that peeked went down, and Silkenberg was the one keeping it in the balance.
Exactly, but... it's all lost now for that round. It's on to the next, and Mongols, they've got a bit of money to work with to go for the quasi. They've got armor, they've got Tech 9s, and this is the envious style we were talking about. Full smoke set over towards the A side. They've got Molotovs as well to work with on 3 of the players, so potential there, but they're actually splitting in towards mid this time. A bit of a change from the usual meta as we see this push. NCL drops Shoshi though to kick things off, and we're going to see a 5v4 emerge.
Yeah, and NCL is still fighting. He thought his teammates were with him, but they weren't. But now, well, they're making the pushes work on the other bomb side. So 1v4 now. 2 on 1 HP, but Zodiacs is still standing up against the 4 terrorists. They have a smoke on Silkenberg. They have plenty of control. The CT's money is of importance as well. They're not going to be able to buy up, so the X either has to win this round or has to save or, well, get kills to look good.
Get kills to look good. Oh, sorry, I interpreted that wrong. I thought, did you mean he would look good if he got kills?
Yeah, the scoreboard looks better.
Yeah, that's what you meant.
Not in that certain situation, but the fanboys who see the screenshots, they are not going to say, oh no, Zodiacs only got those kills because he always plays those situations wrong. Nah, he's obviously backing away.
Oh, look at the angle though.
He could find Sogu.
Surely, he doesn't need
Yeah, but he doesn't dare to go around the corner either. You never know what's looking at you. 30 kills on Zilkenberg, 23 rounds.
More than a kill every round. That's a very impressive score line.
And apart from that, 10. Yeah, and a part of that, everyone's on the same page. Both teams have roughly the same amount of kills, but Zilkenberg is really the one changing it.
Everyone has between 13 and 17 kills on both teams. Oh, look at this. CT's running into main. There's a one saved rifle completely gone as well. And still no deaths. Finally, Creamer, he's here to change that. Picks up that first kill here. We will see the attempted refrag come out. And there we go. Finding it. Sogo goes down, but Mongolz, they secure a 14th round. One off of match point here. So a pretty huge scoreline right now. And while, CPNG are only 4 rounds behind, they aren't going to have the best money to stop this 15th round going through.
But they're going for it. FAMAS's UMP, 2 M4A4s. Mixed amount of grenades. 1 HE, that won't do that much. The lack of smokes is worrying. And they can't counter smoke and counter flash. So they have to see what they can do with the rifles early on in the round. They have to do something about it. And the counter boost is obviously the way to go in that situation.
Shoshi though, pushing up in towards middle, drops Dubenfire. It's finally going to be an early man advantage for the CPNG guys that they really, really need at this point. Can't afford to give up anything else here. And the 4 players left from the Mongols are going to be heading outside of the A site here. I'm not sure they're setting up smokes for the time being. It seems like they will be. Spotting Squeaky here from Zuckerberg. The rest of them just setting up these smokes for the push. They may give that one they went for the other round where they boosted all those players over mid after doing the mid smokes, after doing the A smokes, but nope, seems like A-Tech is going to be the name of the game today, and Char going to be flashed out on the site. He's still hidden in the smoke. Very valiant position here and could get some serious damage if they walk right through. He sneaks through the other side though. Should be able to spot out one, but they actually cross towards the site. Char finally finding the positional advantage, but he doesn't take anything, goes down there from the flank. Zilkenberg over towards Squeaky, going to be taking that headshot and putting it into a 1-on-3.
It's just heartbreaking if you play so cheeky like Char just did. Sneaking through the smoke, and then you end up on the right side of it. Everyone's turned the other way. You have one target to shoot at, and he happens to make a step forward so you can't hit his head instantly. He gets away with his life because you ended up standing right in front of one of the terrorists and you had no way of knowing it. So that was the only hope CPNG had. Sushi now with the FAMAS, now he's the only one hope they have. While Mongolz... Oh, that awareness by Zilkenberg!
Wow.
In the vicinity of his eye, he spotted Sushi popping up inside the B bomb site, and the Mongolz should try and abuse that weakness on the B bomb site now.
Yeah, the one of the 2 rifles going down as well, and Shirley will be dropped to the pistol from NCL. But look at that dink. Zilken going to be put down to very low HP here.
He doesn't even care.
Yeah, he's going to back off. Why not? And of course, that's 5 versus 3 here. It should just be a clean-up, I can imagine. Sogo does drop Char, and Creamer over towards middle. Going to be peeking out. Does find nothing, though, because NCL takes him down. And we will see the final kill coming out. 16-10 here. And not even Obi-Wan can help CPNG. They've got no hope in this one. And that is going to be the scoreline. Completely finished from Mongolz. They're going to be securing their place at the LAN in Kuala Lumpur. Half a century dollars. That doesn't work. $50,000.
Why doesn't it?
Nah, it just doesn't. It just doesn't make sense. I was about to say $500,000, but I was like,
oh,
no.
Spinbot alert on your screen.
Yeah, my screen's glitched. But obviously, they secure their place at the LAN finals November 10th to 13th in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. $50,000 on the line. Huge amount of money. Obviously, they deserve their place. They've destroyed every single game today.
I mean, Zilkenberg just showed that he can keep it up throughout three 3 best of ones.
3 best of ones.
And more hours because he had time to cool off as well because they had to wait a little bit. We had a small break as well. You know, we need nutrients as well, so we ate something. We actually ate today. Apart from that, big showing by the Mongols, cementing their positions or their position at being one of the best in East Asia.
Yeah.
And we are going to find out who's really the king of that area in Kuala Lumpur, of course. But first, we have one more best of one.
We do. That's going to be a very fun one indeed. And let's just take a quick look at the bracket so we can discuss that at least. Here we go.
Yeah.
It's going to be MVP versus STF. MVP coming into this one, obviously, being a bit of an overdog, as we've talked about, but we're obviously going to discuss that after this short break. But
and Detonator's out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course, Detonator being from STF. So that was a bit of a I'm not, well, I wouldn't go as far as saying upset because I don't know the team STF, but obviously beating Detonator, that are well regarded as a good team, is quite interesting. I mean, predicament, because obviously MVP are going to be up against them next, and that is obviously going to be to qualify as well alongside Mongols there. But that will be coming up in just a short minute.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but before we leave, we have a giveaway, don't we?
Probably.
We do. There we go. We've been talking about it all day. The one that you're funding.
Yeah.
ROG-masters.com/giveaways. Check it out. We don't need to talk about it. You understand. You click on it, you get free stuff.
Free stuff.
I mean, there's no discussion.
Wow.
We won't even talk about it. Just click it. Just go to it. ROG-masters.com/giveaway.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. See you in a bit. We'll be back for the next map in just a few minutes.